What's my problem? Anyway.
Well, if you ask me, and apparently you are, I can give you a list.
You know, we just stayed in a palace. We attended the event of the century, and still, I can't write. My novel is just non-existent. I mean, the only royalty I can think of is the royalty I'm not going to get from my publisher.
Blake, you will come up with something when the time is right.
The time has passed, Ross. There's a deadline, remember? And yet, I can't think of a thing. I mean, it's like I have all these words inside of my head, and I just can't find the key.
Blake, would it be so terrible if you never wrote another novel again?
I'm not going to give up. That would be like admitting I can't write, which I can't.
I just want you to forget about it, and believe me, I can help you forget it.
Oh, you think I should just toss my career out the window?
No, I think that you should just put it on hold. I'm saying perhaps you're trying a little bit too hard to write romance novels, and then... Oh, this could be my chance.
Josh.
Yes, excuse me. I have something to say to him. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Thank you. Hello, Josh.
Hi.
Do you have a minute?
Yeah, but can I borrow your cell phone? Mine's not working.
Yeah, of course. But before you use it, I have something to say to you, and I've given this a great deal of thought.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to find yourself another attorney.
What are you talking about?
Well, me handling this divorce, it just feels wrong to me. I don't want to see a couple that I've known forever fighting over property rights and visitation rights and then getting into separate cars and going their own way. I just don't want to see that. If you can call me about any other legal help that you need, but don't ask me to handle this divorce.
Prince doesn't want to be a prince anymore. Maybe I should just forget this royalty thing. Maybe just an everyday guy, you know? Joe. Applegate. A plumber. Yeah, a plumber. With a very dark secret. He meets a woman in a bar and Blake think this is not exactly best-selling material here. I just can't write.
Josh, it's been my experience that the couples who want to do their own divorce are doing it as a prelude to getting back together. Or they have an axe to grind, which rapidly escalates into World War III.
Well, it's not going to be World War III. I doubt there'll even be a skirmish. And we have no intention of getting back together, so.
That's too bad. If there was a chance of that, I'd be urging you to go for it.
You know what, Ross? I appreciate the advice. I do.
But you're not going to take it.
I just think Reva and I are going to be fine. We've dealt with a lot of things in the past, and I think we can handle divorce papers, so I have to get back to Olivia.
Yeah.
You say hi to Blake for me, okay?
I will. Thanks. You've written something. Let me see that.
No, nothing you want to read.
Blake, you always say that, and it's always better than you think. You could be channeling Chaucer, Shakespeare, not even know it.
I realize that being a novelist isn't exactly the same thing as being a cardiologist or a brain surgeon, but there are a number of people who are counting on me to come through, and I cannot write. I mean, it's like, maybe it was a fluke. Maybe I have to be pregnant again in order to write, like the way I did.
That could be arranged.
This is not a joke. I am dying right now.
Okay, you cannot write, honey, when you're all knotted up inside and you're all tense. Put the pen down, pick up the wine, have a little sip, and then you can forget about it, and we'll just wait until you're inspired, okay?
Okay. So what happened with Josh?
He was not pleased when I told him I wasn't going to represent him in the divorce.
Did you suggest another attorney?
No, I don't even want to do that. He has his own ideas. I just want to say, now, my hope is that Josh and Reva can get through this divorce without any further complications, but if they can't, I have advised them to lie on the floor naked and leg wrestle until somebody passes out. Do you think that's good advice?
Oh, that's great.
Blake, have you heard anything I've said?
What?
Why don't we go home and see if the babysitter still has a brain, okay?
Okay, that's good. You pay the bill. I'll be right there.
Okay.
Do you remember our first date?
Yeah.
When we danced on the roof?
Yeah.
You want to go do it again?
I'd love to. Oh, no. Don't go.
Rough morning?
Oh, hey, Ross. Yes, rough morning. Rough week, rough year. Shall I continue?
Please don't. I get the idea.
Thanks for coming. I wasn't all that sure that you would after our conversation down in St. Cristobal. I'm very sorry if I sounded a little harsh.
Please don't apologize. You know I'm there for you.
I appreciate that.
I take it that drink means you have yet to reconcile with Harley.
That would be a very astute assumption, Counselor.
I hope you didn't call me here to talk about divorce. I'm not doing that anymore.
Doesn't have anything to do with Harley. I'm actually trying not to think about her too much these days.
What do you need me for, then?
Can we sit for a minute? Thanks. Jim and Beth have decided to make a go of their marriage.
Oh, good for them.
It's a good choice of words, good for them. Yeah, unfortunately, they have decided that the only way that they can do that is by getting very far away from Springfield and me.
And taking Lizzie and the baby with them?
You got it. So when Lizzie heard the news, she was so upset that she pretended that she was sick again, so she wouldn't have to go.
Lizzie must be scared to death.
A lot of that going around right now. Anyway, I promised Lizzie that she and her brother would be staying here. It's a promise that I intend to keep. That's where you come in.
So you want to take legal measures against Beth?
I don't want to, but if Jim and Beth insist on trying to take my kids away, yeah, you're damn right. I'll do whatever I have to stop them.
Oh, poor kid.
Oh. Yeah, she doesn't know how good she's got it at home, does she?
Sometimes that's easy to do.
What? You don't think I know how good I've got it? Oh, Buzz, I love our life together. I would never take that for granted.
I'm not talking about you.
What are you talking about, then?
Come on, Selena. You know, you barely said a word to me since I got back. You're ready to go to New York without telling me. Do you feel like I sort of skipped out on you?
No. You know, you have to take the boys through their relatives and deal with Jenna's stuff. I totally understand that. Totally.
You're human. You felt left out. You can say that.
Okay, yeah, I would have liked if you'd asked me to go with you. You know, I've never been to England, for example.
Good, I should have.
Well, as I was saying before, you know, you had something with Jenna. You loved her. I can never, ever even begin to measure up to what you had together. And you know what? I'll deal with that. I'll do it. It's fine. And you see, look, you can't even deny it. You have nothing to say about that.
Why does this happen to us all the time?
Which thing?
Planning just doesn't work with me. I'm better off not even trying.
Okay, look, honey, if you're not going to make sense, all right, I'm going to have to go home because you're driving me nuts.
No. Look, I really, really wanted to do this right, okay? But I better do it now, because if I don't, I'm going to dig myself a deeper hole, and it's going to be too damn late. So...
To do what?
Close your eyes. Close your eyes, please. Okay. Picture us, picture we're like on a beach. No, picture us in a balloon over a vineyard. Picture us anywhere but here. Okay?
Done.
Okay. Open.
Whoa! Yeah, that is something.
You don't like it?
Oh, no. I love it. It is the most beautiful box I've ever seen.
Box? I mean, what about what's in it?
There's nothing in it.
What?
Oh, knock it off, all right? It's an empty box, but it's very funny, okay?
Oh,
I have stuff to do here.
I lost it. I lost your engagement ring?
What?
Philip, I know that you're upset, but before you take Beth to court over the kids, you have to talk to her.
I have talked to her, Ross. Her mind is made up. I'm telling you, at this point, she will do anything to salvage her marriage.
Well, she must understand that Lizzie needs her father.
Oh, no, Lizzie doesn't need her father. She has convinced herself that Lizzie would be much better off with her and Jim in a stable marriage.
A stable marriage is something that you could still have with Harley.
I don't know about that, but at any rate, it's not the point. The point is, Lizzie faked a relapse of her cancer just because she thought she was going to be taken away from us. Now, if you actually do that, you take her away from her father and the people that love her, that might cause a relapse. I won't let them do that.
Why don't you bring me up to speed? What is the custody arrangement that you have with Beth regarding Lizzie?
Well, you tell me. When we got divorced, Beth and Lizzie were living in Arizona, and I was here, so naturally she had full custody then. But since they've been back, it's been as though it were joint. I mean, I've been able to see her anytime that I want.
Well, all that really doesn't matter. Is Beth the legal guardian of Lizzie as declared by a court?
Well, I guess she is, but does that mean that she can just take her anywhere she wants without my consent?
Unfortunately, it does, yes. Now, you could turn around and sue Beth for custody, but, you know, overwhelming chance that you'd lose. Plus, you have to consider the fact, do you want to put Lizzie in the middle of a custody battle that could go on for years?
I don't want to do. There is another way.
What is it you want to do?
Just hear me out, okay? I may not have to do anything. A threat may be enough. If Beth and Jim want to try to take my kids away, I could take Beth to court and sue her for custody of this new baby.
That's a declaration of war.
That's right. And I guarantee you that that's the last thing that Beth and Jim will want. They don't want to fight me. They know I have unlimited resources. I guarantee you, Ross, I guarantee you they would rather stay here in town than fight me.
Philip, that would get really messy. Are you sure you want to do this?
I'm going to do whatever I have to protect my daughter.
Doctor, gotta find that ring.
Yeah, it would be a really, really good thing to find that ring since I've been waiting my entire life for this moment.
I know. That's why I wanted this to be, you know, not like this.
Where is it? Where
I'm
is that
looking,
ring?
I'm looking.
Look. This is the last time you saw it.
I hate that question.
I don't care. Answer it anyway.
I know. I walked in here with the ring, and it's got to be back here or someplace, I guess.
Well, what did it look like?
It was diamond, antique gold band.
It was?
Cry later. Look now.
Oh, you know, this is so typical. Look at my life. Look at it. I finally get a diamond engagement ring, and it gets lost.
Oh, you know what?
Perfect.
Maybe this is a good one. You know, like bad engagement, good marriage.
Hey, is anyone down there?
We're looking for
a
our
little
engagement
busy,
ring.
don't you think?
It's not a rat, is it?
No, it's not a rat. We're looking for our engagement ring. Oh, for goodness sake.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I haven't been given it yet.
Can I help?
Sure. Got a loaded gun I can chew on? Honey.
What?
Oh, God, I wanted to sweep you off your feet. I wanted to give you the most romantic moment of your life. I mean, you deserve that. You deserve so much more. I mean, I ruined it. I'm sorry. What?
Maybe
Honey,
not.
That's fine. Just do it. Sorry.
Philip, I would like to help you, but a few weeks ago I decided I can no longer participate in the dismantling of families, particularly any family that I know or care. I can't do it anymore.
Ross, you're not going to be dismantling a family. You're going to be holding one together.
What are you talking? You are threatening to take Beth's baby away from her.
I'm not going to have to do it. I'm not going to let her just take my children away.
You know something? Have you thought about what Harley's going to think when she finds out about this? This could be the end of your marriage. Are you willing to risk that?
Ross, I can't do anything about that. What choice do I have? Yes, I love Harley. I would do almost anything to have her back in my life. But she has made it very clear to me that she is not ready to forgive me.
Well, she's not going to do it today. I have been where Harley is right now. I've been there twice. I know how tough it is. I didn't think I'd ever forgive Blake for betraying me. But time is the great healer of all things. And I got over it, And Harley's going to get over it, but it's not going to be today. You must give her the time.
I don't have the time, Ross. I wish I could, but I don't have it. Right now, I have to be concerned most about Lizzie. After everything that she's been through...
Have you thought, what happens if you go through this threat and Beth turns around, she decides to fight it? She could try to keep you away from that kid forever. Do you know that?
I understand that.
Do you?
I do.
I hope you understand it, because if you go down this road, that's it. You can never come back.
This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
Look how I was waiting to see.
I don't know what to say.
No, it's my job. Look, do me a favor. Forget about what happened in the next hour, okay? Give me the ring.
Oh, no, do I have to?
No, well, you'll get it back if things go as planned.
Okay,
Thank you.
fine.
Okay, you know, remember, a clean slate, right? Don't know I have this.
Okay.
Okay.
We did this.
No,
You
what?
asked me, I said
Let's
yes.
do it by the
Done
books.
deal.
You want to do it by the books? For real?
Okay.
Okay. Selena, you brought joy into my life that I didn't think I'd ever see again. You've shown me that two very lost, lonely people can make a damn good life together. I love you with all my heart. And I want to spend the rest of my life making you happy. Wait. One knee for the queen, right? Two for God. Selena Davis.
Yeah.
Will you marry me?
I thought you'd never ask.
Is that a yes?
Yes!
Yes?
Yes!
If you ask me to, I will file these papers today. I just want you to fully understand what it is you're doing.
Ross, I wish there were another way. I wish that I could somehow get Beth to see reason. But I almost lost Lizzie once this year. I'm not going to let it happen again.
Just think about it. Think about what you actually want.
What I want. Well, I want my life back. But that ain't gonna happen.
No, it's not.
Hey, Joe.
Hey.
Susan and Max may stop by here before they go to the movies. Would you please ask her to call me?
Sure, Mrs. Spaulding.
Thanks.
Oh, Harley.
Lillian, hi.
Good. You know, it's funny. I wanted to bump into you because I want to speak to you.
Actually, I've already spoken to your daughter, and I'm not going to get back together with Philip so that Beth can move on with her life. Okay, we've spoken.
No. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you're unaware of the little custody battle that my soon-to-be ex-husband is waging?
Oh, Harley, over Zach.
No, over the other baby, the one that he had with your daughter. I know, a lot of questions, and if you want some answers, you should probably start at the bottom, and that's right over there.
I told you that flashing custody papers was a declaration of war.
Good. I'm ready to fight. What is the next step?
Jim and Beth have backed down. I mean, your objective was to get them to keep Lizzie and the baby here in Springfield. Well, you've done that. You've accomplished that. Now it's time for you to back down a little bit and compromise. After all, you got what you wanted.
Ross, what is the next step?
I don't agree with what you're doing.
I respect that. Now I'm asking you to respect my intention to go ahead and exercise my rights.
Philip, we are just at the beginning of a negotiation.
I don't want to hear any more about why I should back down or back away or why I don't matter. All I am asking you to do is help me keep what is rightfully mine.
my child.
Hey, don't lose my place.
You're reading this magazine?
You got a problem with my reading material?
You're reading the article, How to Plan the Wedding of My Dreams.
I didn't buy the thing. It's Elena's. I just sort of browsed, you know?
Weddings. Weddings.
Does seem to be the thing nowadays.
Yeah, Richard and Cassie.
Ooh, yeah. I'm sorry I missed that one. Food was supposed to be great.
Beautiful. It was perfect.
Once the bride regained consciousness.
Oh, okay. I will never live that down, all right? It all turned out okay. I promise I won't drug Selena before your wedding.
I'd appreciate that. What's wrong? You're not eating.
I don't know. I guess I'm a little jealous. I wish I were planning my own dream wedding.
You've had your dream wedding. You and Ross, one of the best weddings I ever catered.
That is so beautiful.
Does Harley know that you're doing this?
Ross, me fighting for my son has got nothing to do with what's going on between me and Harley.
Well, from the outside looking in, it seems to me that you are doing this because you don't know what else to do. You've lost Harley. You want to grab for something, so you're focusing on this baby.
No, that's completely wrong. I would be doing this if Harley and I were together. Ross, I'm not going to have that little boy asking somebody 10 years from now why I didn't want to be his father. I would think that you would be someone who would understand why I feel that way.
You know that I am the one person who does understand that. And I'm telling you, this is the beginning of a process, and to my mind, things are starting to fall into place. Now, Jim and Beth, since they've agreed to stay in Springfield with the kids, that means you are going to have access to your children on a regular basis.
Have access to my children. Well, that's not exactly what I have in mind.
Look, you and Beth have done a beautiful job sharing Lizzie. You're going to have to do that with the baby.
What you don't understand is that this situation is completely different. Jim wants to adopt my son.
We are not
He wants to adopt my son. I'm not going to let that happen. He is not going to be the one that decides what sort of relationship I have with this boy. It's not fair to him, and it's not fair to me. It isn't.
Okay. I'm sitting here listening in. I'm sorry.
Lillian, if you would be so kind, I would appreciate it if you joined this discussion.
Thank you. Philip, I know the last thing you want is another voice buzzing in your ear, but you also know that I want the best for you. You know that. I want the best for you and for Beth and for the children. And it hurts me so much to see what's happening here.
Well, I'm sorry, Lillian.
No. Don't be sorry. Just don't turn this situation into something it doesn't have to be. Look, the uglier it is, the harder it's going to be to recover. And those children, I mean, I know how much you love them. You don't want to make this worse than it already is.
Blake, come back.
Oh.
Oh, I'm so...
I can't even eat dessert without making a mess out of things. Why would I want to be planning my own wedding? I'd probably fall face first into my own cake.
Well, if you recall, I was part of a catastrophe at your wedding. Jen and I were the ones that destroyed your cake.
That's right.
Well, aside from that, it was a very nice wedding.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was beautiful. It was perfect. Gosh. I really thought, Ross and I, that we were going to live happily ever after. I mean, we went through so much before our wedding, and
Well, it seems to me that the happy ever after is where the real test begins, you know? That sort of catches people by surprise at first. They think that, you know, everything's going to be perfect with the I-dos, but you never know what's coming afterward. I mean, look at Frank and Elaine.
I know. Poor Frankie. But I'm happy for you. I am.
You are.
I really am. You and Selena, you deserve nothing but the best.
Thank you. I'm not sure I do. I mean, Selena's due for a lot of happiness. I just hope I can give it to her.
Of course you can give it to her. You make her very happy. This wedding is going to make her very happy.
Yeah.
Are you going to have a regular wedding with a cake and a dress?
Oh, please. Whatever she wants is the least I can do for all of them.
How many women are you marrying?
Well, just one. But for some reason or the other, the women that I have married had to do without a nice wedding. I always felt bad about that. I owed them something better.
Well, that wasn't your fault. I mean,
Jenna went into labor, you kind of had to get married in the hospital. And
I know, and Deanie and I were just kids, but I'm still sorry about that. You know, they deserved more from me. In a lot of ways.
I think you're being too hard on yourself, Buzz.
No, I'm just grateful for the opportunity to finally do it right for someone. I mean, I've let a lot of people down in my life, and I think, you know, give Selena a nice wedding, happy ever after, maybe that'll just make up for a little of what I couldn't give Deanie and Jenna.
Philip, Lillian is not saying anything that you don't already know.
Oh, I know, Ross. Everyone is telling me what I know. Unfortunately, what everyone else knows seems to keep changing. I'm a little sick of everybody questioning every move I make, so...
That is not what we're doing.
No, let's not forget that you're feeling attacked because you're doing the attacking yourself. I mean, people are just reacting to what you're doing, and you're getting bent out of shape.
No, wait a minute, Lynn. Let me tell you something. All I'm doing is trying to protect my family. You're going to stand there and tell me that you would honestly do something different? You're gonna tell me that somebody came after your kids, Ross, you just let them go? I don't think so. And you know, what are you doing right now, Lillian? What are you doing here? You're fighting for your daughter. Now, I know I'm a control freak. I know I'm a bottom line guy. It's all about winning with me. And you know, I'm not even going to try to defend myself on this, because where my family is concerned, you're right. I will do everything in my power to protect my family. And that's what I'm going to do. Is there anything else that we have to talk about?
Yeah, I want to tell you about a little conversation I had with Alan when all of this was spinning out of control. He told me he thought this was a glorious opportunity for you and Beth to get back together again. You're surprised by that?
Well, considering he was the one that engineered our divorce, yeah, a little.
Yeah, but Philip, he wants to make that up, you know? I mean, he wants to get you and Beth and Lizzie back together because he's so sorry for what he did to you. And he tried to talk me into helping him do this, and I bought into it. And you know why, of course? Because I was helping my daughter and wanted the best for her, but also because I've always believed that you and Beth belong together. And then I realized I was wrong and that Alan was wrong. I saw how happy Beth was when Jim came back to her, and I knew what it cost Jim to come back to her. He came back to her. He came back in spite of what she did. And now, Philip, now she has a chance to be happy and secure, and you know how badly she needs that. So don't you dare ruin her future. Don't you dare.
He was drunk. He was very drunk, and I was just trying to help him up the stairs. And then he grabbed me.
Oh, boy, he must have been drunk.
And then he started kissing me. I was just trying to get him settled into bed. Uh-huh, and is that when Abby just happened to walk in? And what did she see, Claire? You innocently tucking him into bed, or was that when the mighty drunk Rick took you in his arms?
How dare you stand in judgment of me?
You know when I knew you were lying? The second you opened your mouth. Rick wouldn't do that to Abby.
Do you even know where Abby was? She was at the airport.
Yeah, she travels a lot for her job, and I am telling you,
Claire,
she
she was gone. She was leaving Rick, and that's why he was drinking. Do you understand? She was not coming back here.
It doesn't matter. Rick's reaction would be the same. He wouldn't hop into bed with another woman. He's not like that. He wouldn't do that.
Yeah, right. And I bet you never thought your husband would either.
You are way out of line, lady.
I don't know what it is about this town, but nobody wants to listen to the truth.
No, there's the truth, and then there's what goes on in your warped little mind. Why don't you cut your losses, Claire? I happen to know that Michelle is not too crazy about you, and Rick would be more than happy to see you fall off the face of the earth.
You don't know the first thing about Rick and I, do you? Did you know that we used to be lovers? This is nothing new.
Oh, Claire. One night more than 20 years ago does not qualify you as lovers.
How do you know it was one night? You don't know what Rick and I have.
There's nothing to know. Why don't you go back to your medical school in Chicago and help those students pass their board exams? That's all you and Rick ever had, and it's all you're good for.
Tell me, Harley, what's it like, to be all alone? To have no mate, no one to love you. You're nothing but a bitter woman. I'm not the bad guy here. I have what you don't, and you can't stand it.
No, I just can't stand you. And I know Rick. He would never get involved with a woman like you, no matter how you try to slither your way in there.
Keep dreaming, sweetheart.
No. No. You're not barging in there, Claire. That's not your house.
Not yet. Not yet it isn't.
Well, Lillian, unfortunately, it's not about Beth and Jim's happiness. It's about the baby that Beth and I made together.
I know. But it's also about all of us. We are all deeply affected by this decision.
Right, which is why I am trying to fix it for everybody.
But you can't do it. I mean, I know you're a strong man, but you don't have to bear the whole thing yourself. We all should be part of the decision-making process.
Why? Why should we all be part of it, Lillian? Jim and Beth made a decision without me. They decided that they were going to take Lizzie and the baby away. Nobody stopped to think about whether or not it was going to affect me or Lizzie.
They did. I mean, not at first, but they did. They saw that the decision they made about Lizzie was wrong. They saw that it was wrong. They changed it.
Right. Well, who speaks for this baby? Has anybody asked this baby whether or not it's okay with him that Jim has decided that he's going to act as though he's his son? Beth speaks for this baby. And so do I, not Jim. Now, I'm sorry that you don't like it, Lillian, but I'm going to do what I have to. And nothing that anybody is going to say is going to change that.
He's really going after this baby, isn't he?
Yes. I just hope he calms down before he does any damage. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, it's so frustrating. I mean, you just want it to stop. You want the pain of all of this to stop. He's obviously expecting your help, hmm?
Oh, yes. Believe me, I know that.
Beth is going to expect it, too.
Lillian, I am not going to take sides. Don't worry.
I know you're not taking sides. I just don't want Philip to get what he wants. And the hell with everybody else.
Yeah, well, don't worry, because I know what I'm going to do now. And I think it's going to help most of the people involved. But I do know one thing. It is not going to make Philip happy. Not at all.
Where's Claire?
Claire. I told Claire to get lost. Just you and me. You know, I came over here to cry on your shoulder about Philip. As usual, my timing was perfect.
What a team we make, huh? Broken hearts only need apply.
Well, you can cry on my shoulder, if I can cry on your shoulder.